Welcome back to the LCS, where, as promised, our discussion will be our first real look at the Honda MVP for Summer Split. Feel it's only natural for us to talk about the team that surprised and impressed us all split long at the top of the table. That would, of course, be 100 Thieves. But when I look at that roster of 5, I personally struggle with who to pick out as the individual who would be most deserving.
We submitted our things. I said insert 100 Thieves player here for MVP candidate. I did say probably not someday as the one that I wouldn't vote for, but I would say most of the other 4 have a legitimate case that you could probably make for a lot of them.
Wait a second, did you just submit that as one of your 3 spots?
Yeah, my first spot was insert 100 Thieves player.
100 Thieves player.
That's cheating. Come on.
Well, okay, then who are you going with?
Well, I had the same problem as you, so I submit 3 different 100
What
Thieves
is
players.
this?
And then I was like, I don't know which one to vote for.
Is that not the same thing?
He basically submit like
I submitted 5 people.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are both chickening out here. You gotta choose one of them,
who's
right?
the one?
big guy,
Who's
what's
I
your
chose
pick?
Closer personally because when I saw him without Abadage, I did not have him as my #1 jungler. With Abadage and him being able to play together, I have him as #1. I did not give it to Abadage only because I feel like it's more closer than him. The problem with mid lane is that you can't play mid if your jungler is inting. But you can play jungle even if your mid is inting. It's not as bad, you know? So in my opinion, he's more deserving it. Also because I just think he's been phenomenal this split comparatively to the last split. And yeah.
I mean, on the dive, we had this conversation. I think it was this week, and I said Closer for me, gun to my head. I'm picking Closer out of this lineup.
Okay.
Though I do think like FBI has a good enough case. I think Abadage with coming in and kind of revitalizing the team as well.
Yeah, I think here we have like an age-old debate about what does MVP actually mean to you, right? Because if I'm looking at MVP, I'm like, okay, Closer I think has been the 1A jungler, best jungler, but I think Spica has been 1B. Right? And if I swap Spica and Closer, I think you still get probably pretty similar results for 100 Thieves. I'm not so sure about FBI because I feel like the gap between FBI and the next best ADC is pretty huge, right? So when I think about the player who makes the biggest difference relative to the field, I think it's FBI, but honestly, you can make an argument for...
Is that a case because who he's to support and who he's just been dominating as well?
You've made this even more confusing.
That's why I said 4. Yeah.
Okay, what about someone not 100 Thieves?
Well, I think 1B is your follow-up choice. I think Spica is leading the pack outside of the 100 Thieves. Who are you going to vote for? And I even think that they'll steal votes from each other. And so that actually might increase Spica's chance because if you're voting for TSM right now, I think everyone is voting Spica if you're giving a member from there.
All right, what are your thoughts on we even throwing a curveball and we take a look at the team Cloud9? They are kind of a dumpster fire right now. However, there's one point that isn't a dumpster fire, which I didn't think I would ever say, but Fudge has actually performed phenomenally. Yes, Cloud9 is not a top team right now, but they're still in the running only because of him.
Okay, I do want to get your opinion on this, Kaizen, but I'm just going to insert this question. Is it at all possible to give MVP to a player who's sitting on a current 9-10 team in Summer Split?
If it's most valuable player, right, the best performing player, there's a case to be made for Fudge, honestly.
Okay.
Like, if you look at him, straight up statistically, he's actually leading the league, excluding Alfari, who's just not played that many games. But even beyond that, I feel like the reason that they're not even worse of a record, I think, is solely Fudge. Like, it's the advantages he's able to produce top. It's the advantages he's able to produce in team fight, constantly sniping the back line on picks like Viego. So I think Fudge has been incredible. And if this team were slightly better, I think he would arguably be a favorite for MVP.
Right.
Okay.
Think of it this way. With Fudge, 9-10. Without Fudge, 0-19.
Oh!
Probably not that far. But they would nowhere
I
be
would give
near
an
the record
MVP
they
if
are
that
right
was
now.
No chill!
They're not that.
If that was true, I would have given MVP. I'll go throw out the dark horse here, which I feel like we've all danced around. It's EG. They're playing.
Okay.
But they have the 3rd best record in summer, I believe. They ripped off a huge win streak. They were the hottest team. They dropped one game. They bounced back yesterday.
EG who, though?
That's the thing. Who's the most important on EG?
Jizuke?
Jizuke.
Yeah.
Not
Everyone's
Danny?
saying
Not
Wait, but hold on.
The most important player for EG is absolutely Jizuke. Don't get me wrong, Danny's great. He's an amazing AD carry.
Rookie contender.
He has absolutely helped revitalize this team in summer, but Jizuke is the driving engine of this team. The rest of the team plays well around him, and it's hard to give it to Jizuke because of like the stigma that's like the coin flip player, but in their win streak, he's been incredible.
Hey, did you watch Azale's Neighborhood Tactics
watch
yesterday?
that.
Okay, yeah, let's think about that.
I agree, Jizuke has been amazing. My only issue with Jizuke for MVP candidate is at the end of the day, you have to be best in your role, in my opinion, at minimum to be MVP, and it's hard to put him over Abadaga.
I agree. I just felt like, you know, as I went down my list, I was like, someone from EG?
Yeah.
I guess for debate, I'll throw Jizuke in there. I don't know, but it is tough.
Yeah.
All right, it's tough, but that's why we've got a couple more weeks to figure it out. And one of those players that we just mentioned is stepping onto the stage in just a moment. It's Dignitas versus Evil Geniuses. Take it away, guys.
Let's go! Welcome back to the LCS for our third game of the day. And don't worry, there's 2 more after this one, so just stick around for a while, you know, settle down. It's going to be a bunch of fun. Evil Geniuses and Dignitas are doing battle. EG are on quite a tear. They had, what, like a 9-game winning streak. They took down FlyQuest yesterday.
And of their last 11, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, their one loss was the Golden Guardians, but as Ben said, look, Golden Guardians beats good teams. EG are a good team. They are still looking pretty good. The Dignitas have still been fairly wavy. They are almost guaranteed locked into playoffs. We will certainly see them in the postseason unless something catastrophic happens. But as it stands right now, hey, EG, I think, come in the favorites and have some really, really good players. You saw Mark bring up Kazuke as a possible MVP. Danny is definitely one of the front runners for Rookie of the Year as well. So a lot of good faces to watch there. Dignitas have been building synergy, though. We've been seeing some exciting stuff out of Acadian, for example. See how much they can do here.
Yeah, I mean, they are getting better for sure, but I mean, I think that it's a massively in the favor of EG, right? Because yes, they are 19-9, but they started with an 11-7 record.
Yeah.
Right? So they're 19-19, excuse me.
Yeah, sure.
So, you know, it really has not looked that good. They're actually 8-12 in Summer Split. So, you know, yes, they are in great position for playoffs, but largely because of the work they put in last split, not because of how they're actually performing now. And EG was pretty good in spring, and I think has been excellent in summer. You know, I think that they are a team that's actually challenging for the championship, which it's been a long time since we've really had kind of one of these teams just like fly out of nowhere and be able to actually challenge.
Spring 2018 was the first time we put a different banner in the LCS when Team Liquid won 4 in a row. And then once they remembered that, we went back to TSM and Cloud9, you know, winning trophies again from back when. So yeah, would be cool to see EG be the 5th.
Yeah.
Unless I'm like really
CLG,
trolling.
TSM, C9, and TL is all I think we've had. I mean, we had 100 Thieves a couple years ago get to the finals. Of course, did not win. But generally, it's been those really big teams. And, you know, this time again, 100 Thieves looking really good. EG has been great. Diana first pick makes a lot of sense. #1 jungler these days, especially with Xin already banned out. They are going to ban out Kane. Kind of funny because Svenskeren was tweeting like, Acadian, pick Kane, see what happens, you know, on Twitter. But they banned it. You coward.
You coward. Oh, well. Ooh, yes.
Okay.
I love seeing it. I love the spicier picks. Aurelia and Gwen in. Very, very strong melee fighters. Should be a good one to watch in this game.
You know what I would love is actually a Sejuani getting paired with that for Acadian. I'm sure he wouldn't love that, but having double solo laners here, melee solo laners that are high attack speed as well, really does synergize incredibly well with that. I think it could be pretty powerful. We'll see if it's going to be the look, though. Would not be surprised to see Renekton get locked in. That's such an impact pick. Pairing it with the Rise, again, these are kind of classic champions for these guys. Jizuke is so good at roaming on this champion. I think makes better usage of Realm Warp than anyone else in the league. You know, is really consistent about being able to get that on cooldown, shoves you in, moves from lane, finds dives, finds collapses on the enemy jungler, and Renekton sets up so incredibly well for this. You also have multiple lanes to gank for because guess what? Point and click root from the Rise, point and click stun from the Renekton. Svenskeren, especially post 6, really will be a terror there. And it is going to be Volley as the jungle, so not be the Sejuani, more kind of early game power as far as that jungler does go. Can definitely brawl, can win out in the 1v1s against the Diana, scrap for the Scuttles, no problem. And also does have some pretty powerful early game ganks, especially if you're going towards PTA. You have some strong early game damage. You have the stun to set up for something like the Aurelia E to follow through. And also just a lockdown for someone like a Gwen to really be able to chase down and kill someone off.
I am curious, actually, if it's going to end up being Gwen, Jungle, Volibear tops, because we have seen Volley as well as Trundle, actually, as Renekton answers, of ones where you just survive the lane, no problem, and I generally favor non-Renekton in late game in most situations, so I think that actually remains flexible. I'm sure Dig already know what it is, and I think EG have their own inklings, but...
I'm willing to bet that it's Volley jungle, but it's always a possibility of the flex. I just think Gwen jungle, you know, isn't that strong. Like, the ganking options are so poor that I think you give up a lot for that. You know, you can farm fine and scale fine, but it's like, what does Gwen want to do in a late game situation? You want a side lane, and the jungler generally doesn't get enough farm to really dominate in those 1v1 situations. So just my take, but Dig, with a lot of bans towards support. Galio obviously going to be a support ban because soul laners are already picked, the Braum, the Thresh. So they're trying to deny, I feel, a lot of defensive options for Danny. Maybe getting a read here that, hey, Danny is sometimes risky. He can be punished if his support cannot save him. The criticisms, if there are any for Danny, are largely about his laning phase. His team fighting has been really good. And this is a guy that, honestly, I'm just probably more excited about Danny than any player in the league right now. Given that he didn't even play Academy, he's straight into LCS. I think he's a pretty easy argument for top 3 for All-Pro. As a rookie player, like, he's so good now, and he's so young. He's gonna get better. That is exciting stuff. This is like franchise player. Lock him up. Don't let him go anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, we heard Peter Dunn talk about this. Part of what they want to do with EG, if I recall correctly, is
sign Danny to a 25-year contract.
Well, but it's actually the opposite of that to a certain degree, which is they try to give their academy players short contracts because they want these people to have their freedom. And it's like, look, we want to make sure that you feel good at EG, that you'll sign again next year because we want to build the right space for it. We had Kelsey Moser up on next level as well, right? She's really growth oriented. And yeah, EG have really grown here in Summer Split. Again, the Danny lock-in has been great. And yeah, this man is going to be a mainstay in the LCS. Your heroes talk about him a lot, even though he called me P2 Reek, which, acceptable since that's
but you were dissing his coach, right?
I was, I made fun of D4
He had to have the squad's back, so I respect it.
And I like that Danny was the one to have his back. No one else said anything, but Danny's here helping out Artemis. So, I'm a fan, It's a good look right here. Ezreal, of course, locked in. That has been played by Yasui mid earlier. But it's going to be on Neo down here as support Gragas will run down the squad.
Interesting stuff. Support Gragas. I do wonder what the exact thought process here. If we're getting something a little bit atypical, like would we get a more aggressive Gragas build here? Would we get Spell Thieves to try to poke heavily with the Ezreal to try to have some sort of a dominant lane through that style? If you are just going towards using this as an engaged support, there are a lot of supports banned out, to be fair. Leona, Alistar, Nautilus is taken away, Thresh, Braum, Galio. So maybe it is just the next on the list as far as his engaged options. But I don't think we've seen very many successful support Gragas games these days. The combo is hard to pull off. If you can get those perfect engages, you can really change up a team fight. You can punish someone who has relatively low mobility, like the Ryze especially. You have to watch out for those Gragas combos. But it is 4 melee plus the Ezreal. Ezreal can obviously be somewhat self-sufficient if the Gragas wants to roam, can reach backline with the ultimate. On the other side, it's a more standard team composition here with a mage in the mid lane. You've got a brawler in the top lane. And Kai'Sa can kind of follow up on really a lot. Kai'Sa can kind of find her way in both the dive as well as peeling back. Is more of that really flexible, I would say, marksman.
Gonna be a fun one. I just was enthralled by how much Peter Dunn was talking at the end of the draft. And then was pacing up and down the stage, gesticulating, and just he's like, look, here's our game plan as the chance we're locked in. I mean, I'm a fan, right? I couldn't obviously read lips. He's wearing a mask, as they all are, so sure. But he's like, look, here's the plan. Here's how we're doing it. I'm a fan of that, right? I generally am a fan of, coaches having...
Fan of them having things to say.
Yes, I know that sounds dumb when you break it down that way. But I mean it in a more positive light. It was a cool moment, just kind of watching him. He's
walking up and down. He's like, "Remember, guys, Freak flamed Artemis on Twitter. We're all gonna get together and we're gonna flame him really hard after the game."
That's true.
And you're a fan of that.
Yeah. What would make me really upset here, EG, if you lost this game? It would just be Svenskeren, if you're dead. This boy just walked into a brush, flashes down, summoner heal is ignited though, and first blood. Good job, EG. Order disappointed level 1. I think Peter Dunn was going back and forth saying, hey, don't worry, they are literally never in this brush. It's safe, just walk into it, face check it. Don't use a Diana Q to reveal Fog of War, just walk past them.
Nice brush stack, though, from Dig. They punished the invade. And I always kind of tend to give credit to some of the teams that are doing this, where it's like, if you have a read that this is a play that Svenskeren goes for consistently, it's very easy to actually go through and just basically screenshot the minimap on the level 1s for every single game and then compare and see what the patterns are. And sometimes players do have these patterns that they tend to get into where they're just repeating the same thing over and over, and they can be punished. So Dig had a read. There may be an invade towards that Raptor brush. They had 5 members up there. They get the punish. They get the first blood. And it is Gwen jungle. You were right. And
Happens.
it's going to be Acadian starting here with that first blood. So we can watch this one more time. They're moving in. I mean, they have 4 members here. They saw someone in mid. So I think he kind of just gave him a read. He saw the mid laner. He saw Acadian. So I just don't think he had the read that other people were here. I think that gave him that false safety. And actually did throw out the Q. It was just kind of too little too late because Gragas is body slamming out at the same time.
Yeah. He didn't even learn his Q, just like walked into range. Yeah, that is easily fixable by just like learning Q and checking the brush. That is obviously a mistake. It happens, but oh well, we get ourselves our pro view for this one is top lane. I think Fake God has been very, very good. I think he's truly a good talent. I'm glad Dignitas have him. I think he should stick around for a while in the LCS for sure. Impact has, of course, been outstanding for basically ever as the bot laners are fighting Ignited Afremu. Aftershock goes on, though, walks away cleanly. Now Neo, getting level 2, has to Arcane Shift back, staying alive. So they really tried to push that level 2 lead, and EG were able to answer it quickly enough as it is 2 summoners down on the Dignitas side, 3 as Afro had early ignited.
I think that's why they wanted to go, though, because Danny used both Flash and Heal at level 1, right? So they're saying, all right, no sums on the marksman. We hit level 2 first, fight. And they go in for it, and they kind of just got slammed. I mean, Ignar was able to lock down Afro, and the burst coming through was very high.
Yep.
It's kind of funny to see both people lane swap.
Double lane swap. Oh, is he almost dead? Oh, it's so close. Fake God, one hit stun. Auto. Oh, Impact takes him down 1v1 in the mid lane.
Oh, they just fought to the death there. An honorable battle, and Impact comes out on top. The final auto. Now Jizuke moving mid. Oh, they can actually go for this. This is such a smart roam.
He has W up. That's the first stun. He's got the shield up in a second. He's going to run for his life. I don't know if they can quite dive him. Oh, has to flash Jizuke's Q. Gang's better than the jungler does. The man is everywhere.
That was really cool. So I think they were just doing a lane swap, and it just kind of happened out that the timing worked like that, and that he was coming back towards mid, perhaps anticipating that Yasui would work over there as well. Either way, they get the TP out, they get the flash out, they kill him off, and it costs them nothing except a little bit of their time here. This TP looks very aggressive until you realize that Nautilus is behind him, and then it's absolutely safe. You know, we saw Senskara moving up, we saw Ignar moving up, and Yasui, you are out of mana, you are...
He's been stunned. Impact is going to find himself his second solo kill in 4 minutes. Top die!
Great as a deadly sin there, freak. Yasui over pushes, has no mana, waits on the flash, and then no way out by the time he could have used it. Now he's TPing back towards mid. This has been a very active game, back and forth between these lanes, trying to find the matchups that they do want.
Yep.
But again, here comes Dig, moving over towards mid. Afro still level 2. He is very squishy. Ignar is behind Jizuke, so if they try to go for any sort of a crazy dive, it would go bad. But if Ignar goes aggressive, I think it's in Dig's favor, given that they have those two members.
There's the root. There's the anchor in. All right, this is the fight, but the single stun is not going to be enough. Ignar, of course, got aftershock by landing his Q and doesn't take any damage back. So out they walk as Neo and Danny are in a battle. I just can't say much more except the fights that are happening. Flashes early. Danny heals for move speed. He's only got a ward in the brush. Big damage out of Neo and sniped down by Danny. We're still going, though. Impact in a battle with Fake God finally slowed down, has to walk away. That lane will equalize, but hang on. They're still going. Ignar lane the Q into Yasui. Now not going to be in range, but Gragas nearby. Acadian here trying to dive into Ignar. Puts the E down. Needs aftershock on. Now not going to wait. Doesn't need that one. Now Q's back in because they like that fight. Acadian now put a bit low as Ignar walks out and stays alive here as well. Now a fight in the mid lane. Big damage from Jizuke. Good sidestep by Yasui. And finally, we have a moment of peace, Azael.
Man, EG are just such a fun team to watch. They will challenge you. They will take these fights. They will look for the outplays, the 1v1s, the aggressive moves here. And so much of it has great preparation. You know, they're pushing out the waves. They're the first to roam. They have members behind them when they're looking for a lot of these fights. It's just really smart, aggressive League of Legends. Jizuke,
they're going again.
They're still going!
All right, Azael, you're talking. It's my turn again because EG just won a battle. I'm a fan. It's been really good. Okay, Fake God will take his safety. He'll walk back.
Look at the wave!
Yeah, I mean, he's going to lose like 300 gold. EG are good at League of Legends, Azael. There's a reason they've got like the second best team of all, or the second best record of all teams in Summer. They are aggressive, they are high octane. There's a 30 CS lead in the top lane. They're clapping everybody. Acadian, he did get a couple of chickens.
He's losing 2 more waves. He's just getting proxied.
Level 7 to level 5.
Pain.
Wait, why even fight him?
He's dead.
He got the W though. He got a heal. He got a shield. Oh. He's not dead. He's just down 3 waves, Azael.
He just wishes he was. Yeah. This is terrible, man. Oh my God, 56 CS to 21 at this point. Multiple plates going the way. Here comes another wave to die to the tower. That is brutal. Fake God wants out.
All right, so as a moment of downtime, this was on the prompter for the entire game. Haven't had a chance to say it. Check out the Bud Light League Lounge. At the end of the day, by the way, it is Sunday. Every Sunday ends the Bud Light League Lounge. Check it out. We got some cool people talking about it. We had a graphic that came up like 3 minutes ago, and I couldn't talk about it because we were fighting. But now I can. So, Yusui tries to last hit with an E. Sadly misses this one. And we can take stock of the game for a moment. It is a 1,700 gold lead. It is not insurmountable. It's big. Like, EG are winning, and this is well done, deserved to them. But hey, Yusui will be up in farm in the mid lane. He'll have, he'll be up in gold, maybe up in XP. A huge Nectin, of course, is a problem.
I'm just gonna direct your eyes up here, Freak. Let's just do a little comparison of the buys. One person got a Phage and an Iron Spike whip. The other guy got a Ruby Crystal and a cloth armor.
Yeah, those are lesser items.
They are. He's also down 2 levels.
That's the bigger deal, I feel like. That's just like, oh my gosh, it's a yikes. Idiot gets his defensive control ward. He gets the sweep award away. Oh, wow. 10 gold earned. You're so generous, Impact.
I mean, even look at bot, right? Like, we're talking about top, but quietly, Danny solo killed Neo, and he's up 20 CS.
Yep. That was next on the list. All right, Yusui trying to help. Good smite. Okay, 1v2. Yusui's like, no. I'm not fighting this with you, bud. He's like, wait a second. I thought we were fighting him. No, he's just dead. That was a goal. Okay, yeah, Spencer's there. Good flash follow. Good kill. Miscoordination, though, right? Akadia went for the fight. Yusui instantly left. That definitely could have been cleaned up. But thank God. Still level 5, by the way.
Still getting procced just by someone else. I don't know. Is that better or worse?
It's worse. Okay. If Renekton's fed, it's like, okay, solo could be, I get it. He's huge. It's like, Danny could probably zone him off the wave.
Yeah, Ignar gets up there. Ignar's proxy farming as the Nautilus.
Yeah, it's a rough one. I'm sorry, Fake God. The solo death in mid lane was your fault. You took a fight. You were wrong about it. But since then, it's just been everyone else on EG just picking on you.
Yeah, these are tough games to play.
Yeah.
When you know it's like you're paying for the mistake you'd made like 10 minutes ago, and you're suffering, and you know that you messed up earlier to die in the 1v1.
Yeah.
But it's like, damn, man.
Just let me off the hook.
Let me out of jail.
Nope. Stun's gonna land. Ignite is onto Yusui. Channeling the W, though, very durable, but they're not gonna get the rest of it. 1 for 0 so far. Follow through. Nah, Impact's walking away. Villa over the top. Second kill through to Diana, and Fake God just has to run away. But the flash in for Jizuke means a double kill for Renekton. 7-1. I've seen this score before.
There's no escape. Poor Fake God comes down and just dies again as Jizuke flashing over the wall there. EG are absolutely blasting Dignitas on the Rift.
Yeah, they are. Oh, it's fun to watch. I mean, this is a slaughter for sure, but man, sometimes
real slobber knocker.
You just want to see one of these where you just run around and kill people, and it's just an action movie, man. We got 5 superheroes just killing all a bunch of grunts.
Yep, Yusui not able to land the E, and they have the turn, the CC there, hook into stun. Realm Orb coming through here from Jizuke. Fake God fully on the retreat, but Jizuke has his flash, and he's willing to use it over the wall. The root comes through, another kill. It's a full gold drinker. He is just like, the gold difference is literally a full gold drinker. You know, like,
yeah,
this is absurd in the top lane.
The gold difference is the support has more than your top laner. And it's not like, oh, well, they had a scrap at level 1 and he got
more
the
than
assist.
double. Oh.
Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, I just feel bad for poor Fake God.
This has got to be close to like one of the biggest gold leads at 10 I think we've ever had. There was
Blabber
the Immortals
versus
game, right? Earlier too this year.
It was Blabber. It was Cloud9 versus, I want to say it was TL.
Okay.
And it was like level 7-3 or something. Like, he got counter juggled so hard that it was literally
Did they
like
win that game though?
Yeah, and they still won. Despite the 4 level
I wonder if it was as much gold though.
Maybe.
Because the gold, like,
yeah,
maybe the stats team can let us know.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, at this point, it's absurd to be more than doubling the gold of your opponent. It's just like, all right, time to get out the game.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see if Dignitas can make any magic happen. They have some playmaking, but you're down 6K at 11 minutes, and
it's okay. The first Dragon's only dying now. Each has been busy killing champions.
Yes.
So we are going to be on a slightly later. It's not, the 22-minute Dragon Soul, okay? It's only like 27 minutes.
Yeah, it's not a 22-minute Dragon Soul, but it's probably a 22-minute Nexus.
Yeah.
So that's the downside here.
All right, well, the first turret got taken just from auto attacks. The second turret is down to about 600 health in the bottom lane, so Danny's going to get that gold pretty soon. Mid lane is standing so far, all right?
Yep.
They got a little bit. This one has only lost 3 plates.
Wow.
Only.
That's a dub.
Yeah, I mean, wow. We're only at 5 + 3 + 4 is a number, 12.
Quick maths.
12. Here's plate number 13.
You're the numbers guy. Come on, freak.
We got
Pressure's
there.
on.
I was right. It was 12. Now it's 13.
Wow, good
Is
job.
it 13? Danny?
No.
He's denying farm. I get it. There you go.
It's all revenge for earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, speaking of, I don't know if it's revenge, but we get to add one more person to the death charts. Finally, now everyone on Dignitas has died. I'm sorry, Afmu, you are also
That's
a
synergy,
mark.
you know?
Good for them.
That's something.
Yeah.
Top
Yes.
die, mid
Yes.
die, bot die.
Yes.
You forgot jungle die, EG. Come on, get it together. But besides that,
That's
good
a premium
tweet.
MTX is getting the jungle die. I know that's a pun, because die sounds like die.
Okay.
Sorry, I really ruined
Give
that.
you a 4 out of 10.
That's appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it's generous, you know?
Yeah, it's I don't
I
have a
think
4
it
for that
is,
one.
yeah.
No.
All right, well, impact on the
I don't even
wraparound
play
here.
golf.
It's been about 30 seconds since they've killed someone, so
Yeah, it's time to go for the next one.
Time to go for
There's the route. There's the play. He
Okay.
gets picked in, though. Yo, that was big. That was nice by Afro. I'll give you that one. That was a 10 out of 10. That is the rating deserved there. We get the half B out of Jisuke. That was a nice one. But there's a lot more where that comes from if you want Dignitas to win this game. But they're trying. Fake God's in. Down 2 levels, that's okay. Fight the Renekton. Ult away from Diana. I baited Aframu. That was the play all along, but the team is now in for the rest of it as they try to fight the 4v4. Decent damage out of Gwen's Acadian. No, not going to find the rest. Hook back in. Dangerous for the Volibear, but they're ready to fight. Danny finds one. They're going to find a bit more as Impact front lines takes the Gore Drinker, heals back up, and he's going to be okay. Under the turret they go. Double kill for Danny. Roam warp in. Jizuke's like, I'm here. I'm under the turret. I was part of this one. He was not. It's 12-2, though.
oh my God, they are crushing. Look at them go, EG. Just been stomping. One loss in their last 11, 12 games now after they take down this one. And it has been confirmed. Impact at 10, his gold lead, the largest in LCS history of any lane, any position, any player, the biggest gold advantage we have seen. That is a slapping up in the top lane.
And Azael, I look forward, I see League of Legends, I turn around, I see more League of Legends, and all of it is evil geniuses crushing their opponents here. Everyone else, take notes and be afraid. Do not let Impact solo kill you, because this will happen afterwards.
Yeah, they're fully on the invade. EG knows they are hilariously ahead. They're down to scrap. They're down to take every single fight. They know they can slap you over the head with the wallet. They're ridiculously strong here, piling in. I mean, it's like 15 minutes and they're diving the tier 2 tower here. Danny ulting in, Jizuke coming in. He's like, good job, guys. Nice play, Danny.
Yep. They did not get all 15 plates. Mid lane stands, thanks to explosive cast from Aftermove a few moments ago. Yes, I agree. Impact has been pretty huge, but everyone else is following suit. You know, EG really are playing up there. You know, I think I know what Peter Dunn said on stage. All right, guys, the plan, 12 kills in 50 minutes. Just fight them. We're winning every single one. And, you know, he needed a minute for that. Just really pump him up, but it worked.
Just body him.
Just body these fools.
Body by Jensen, but in this case, it's body by EG.
Pretty much everyone's getting involved, you know. Sadly, Jizuke is 0-1-1. Goodbye. He's dead.
He's scaling, don't worry.
There you go, Spence Garen. Kill number 4. Looking pretty good. Jizuke doubles his assists, and Impact is ready to push on the mid lane. Acadian sees that Neo might be outnumbered in the 1v1, as Impact literally ignores the man and just shoots the turret with his big...
Yeah, it turns out that a
Big.
Renekton, you know, up a couple levels, 2 items to 1.
Yeah.
Isn't that afraid?
Weird.
Yeah. The more you know.
The more you know. Thank you, Azael, for the analysis that items are relevant, and so
They
are
are.
levels. Oh, Ignar. Is he going to Q Neo? Not quite. Jizuke on split push duty, 156 CS. Not bad. Going to find himself a turret there as well. There were champion deaths here not long ago. Now there is just merely rubble. That will not be a safe point for Dignitas anymore. 600 individual gold for that side turret. He is a rich man.
Yep. So he's got Blade of the Rune King. You know, you're like, well, maybe he could chase someone down. Maybe he could get something done. But really the only hope for Dignitas is like 3v1
Dash, or
and
dash.
constantly.
Sorry. Ignar has passed Fate God in gold. He is now 9th place in gold. Afmu is only one of the less. It's a rough one.
It's time for Afro to start taking farm. He's the carry now.
He had the really good cask
He
in mid.
did,
If
yeah.
he got the last hit for the kill, he'd probably be ahead of him.
True.
Second dragon picked up. Zale, this is a one-sided game. Evil Geniuses, the Mobius strips of League of Legends teams right now. Second time I've used that joke. First one was in 2013. I feel like I was allowed to get it again. No, someone said I quoted day 9, but I still thought of it myself. Big play, though. They tried for the dive, and it's going to go pear-shaped. Sorry. I appreciate they tried. I really do appreciate that they tried, but Ignar walked into the circle to make his ult land the knock-up onto Gwen, and a 2-0 under the turret.
I mean, this game is like the most over ever, so
Yeah.
really all you can do as Dignitas is just take every fight and hope your opponents mess up. There's no world in which you win where your opponents don't horribly mess up, so just go for it. They're scrapping, but EG gonna take an inhibitor here 17 minutes in. One of the most one-sided games you will ever see in the LCS.
Okay, stop comes in. They're low. They're kicked back in. Explosive cask! The Gragas pick was huge, but Impact in a 1v3 just kills one of them. Needs his cooldowns back soon. Comes in, does get taken out. So, hey, at least a bit of gold in the pockets.
Textbook League of Legends here. Dive the Nexus at 17 minutes. That's what you want to see.
Whew.
And he still has a bounty after diving the Nexus and dying
They
there.
couldn't get the whole bounty.
No, it's just like your pockets aren't big enough to hold all the gold, so it needs to be 2 trips, right?
You go to the safe deposit box, fill the pockets back in,
Exactly.
come back out.
Then you come back out. You're ready for round 2
Bug
here.
me again, try it.
I mean, that's if you want to let glass half full, and you're on the Dignitas side, you just open up the tab, you start clicking the bounties. You're like, look at all this
more.
gold we can get, guys.
Every one of
This is good. Except for Sven Skaren.
Yeah, he's died twice. What a
Shameful,
absolute
really.
garbage player to have died twice.
Only
in this game.
4, 2, and 7.
Half of his team's deaths.
Yeah,
One of them
really,
was at
when
level
you
1.
Think about it like that. Yeah, true.
This game started with like an absolute free kill. Katie got to start his jungle camp with a dagger, and it hasn't gone better since.
Turns out that a
unfortunately.
dagger does not make as much of a difference as having a Renekton that has double the gold, though.
Yeah, true.
Surprising.
Pretty big deal here. All right, good luck. Yasui finds a stun. He's not running in a straight line, though, so Ignar's back in range. Goes to the, the rubble first. Lands some damage. Yasui is in. Good luck. You're taking 1 million damage. Almost gets it. The shield. Yeah, nicely done to get the locket at the last second and make sure nothing is turned around. Nice try, Yasui.
I just like how the player cams there. Jizuke looks so disappointed that he didn't get the last hit on the kill. You know?
Yeah. Ignar has more kills than Jizuke.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, why even play?
Seriously.
Let your team fortify.
Roll
They'll
swap
win.
coming in, Clearly mid lane not working out for Jizuke.
He played top this game.
Even Nautilus has more kills. Sheesh.
I mean, Impact is definitely the best mid laner we've seen out of EG this year.
Absolutely.
That was just a complete slaughter.
Exactly. Just absolute lane domination
We could
there.
blow an Impact. EG would be the best team in the league.
Look at that vision that they don't have.
Not a lot. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Hoping they can find an optometrist to draft in this game. Sadly, they have barrels, and that's it.
Yep.
I will say Afro's been good
Do you think Afro wins that 1v1
against.
Renekton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he'll cast him into the fountain.
Okay.
Impact will tower dive him.
The odds if they fight on the fountain.
If they fight on the fountain, 100% Afro move.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a bold call.
100-0. There we go.
20
Baron
minute
at
Baron.
play. Yeah, it's theirs.
Now, Dignitas, do they go and check? I mean, you may as well, right? Like,
They don't. Spot it early. Come on, just give them the Baron. Like, I want to see the training weights put on. Just like give them the Baron and be like, all right, let's try again.
yeah. And then you lose it and you're all fired.
Yeah, if you lose this game, EG have lost a game like this before.
I don't know if they've ever played a game like this. This is 16,000 gold.
But there was one where they literally could have just hit Nexus. They chose to fountain dive, died, and lost the game.
Yeah.
That was this year.
That's true. Pretty different game of 14,000 gold, excuse me, only. Very minor lead here. Let's see if they can do anything with TP.
Okay, here we go. Sven Skaren is in, did not get his ult off for much damage. Getting attacked quite a lot. He will go down, 1 for 0. Here we go. Anchor in, damage on Afro, but he flashes away. And Dignitas get killed number 5.
Nicely done. They get a pick there, but EG not perturbed. They will continue the push. The bot lane inhibitor is already dead. Super's coming into the base. They're going to knock down top here. They have a wave mid, so they can even triple inhib if they do want to play it safe. And it looks like that will be the call. Move over towards mid. Grab the third inhibitor here. Even in the 4v5, you favor them pretty heavily. So
Yep.
We'll see if anything can be made to happen. It's your best shot for Dig.
Flank, here you go. Take this play. Can you make it happen? Jizuke gonna be the one who's targeted. Takes damage. Cask puts him in turret range, and that's kill number 2. Now it's a 5 versus 3. This is doable for a moment. Impact is huge. Front lines well, and it's flash to get away. Ult to get away. Tower dive for Jizuke. Sorry for Danny, but it's a 1-for-1, and that is shutdowns going over. Is it EG favorite? Oh, hell yeah, it still is. But at least gold picked up for Dignitas.
Yeah, that ult into the back line there for Danny. That's we know this game is over type of play. Ulting in 1v4, 1v5 into the back line, trying to go for the highlight play there.
All right, but what if?
Objective focus gamer, though.
Listen, Azale, I'm not saying it's likely.
Okay.
We have had an 8,000 gold lead lost by inaction.
Yep.
What about a 18,000 gold lead lost by overaction?
No.
Is today the day of huge comebacks?
No.
But what if it is?
Then sure, yes. Then it's a good point. All right, well, Aphromoo, nice ulti there. I like the play.
He's good.
To your point, he's actually had a good Gragas here.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that, every kill you get, they get like 14 more. Danny going for the highlight reel here.
He almost got him.
He almost got 2 of them. He never would have won that, but he almost got 2 of them, and
Yeah.
it was a fun play, right?
Yeah.
I think they're having a little bit of fun. You can see on the cams, they've been laughing, they've been having a good time. They have been crushing through this game. 2 inhibitors are open. 1 is down right now because the bot lane has respawned, but they are pushing mid here. They have this last wave with the Baron buff, and they're going to look to really make it count.
The power play is neutral. It is plus 15 gold to the Red Bull Baron power play.
Huge.
That is because, well, they get a turret in the last moments of it. There you go. Positive gold, and now the fight comes in. Gwen is down. Fake God is down. And EG have decided it is time to end the game. Yasui runs back to some minions to stay alive, but here you go. It's Danny. And he has found himself his 6th kill. 6-1-2 as they're going to go for a bit more impact. Can't find the stun. Explosive Cask actually punts people away. And the couple surviving members of Dignitas will survive a few moments longer. 22-7, and EG are ready to close this one out. 24 minutes. It's not the shortest game of the split, but it has been the biggest top diff of the split as well. Diving in towards Neo, goodbye, that is nicely done. Acathian Rain knocks him down. The tears hide inside of it as the Nexus falls and evil geniuses continue. Oh, the realm warping, fountain diving ways, and Aphromoo did not die. A quadra kill for Fake God almost saves the game. But EG take the victory.
Wow, what a top lane performance from Fake God with the quadra kill in the 1v4. EG, that was such a fun one to watch. They got massively ahead, and they had a lot of fun with it. They went crazy fighting nonstop. Fake God wishes he could just get Men in Black,
Just forget this
hit
game
him with
happened.
the flash, forget this game happened. That was an unfortunate one for him.
Yeah.
But damn, Impact. Biggest gold lead at 10 in LCS history, any position, any player. That was a monstrous lead. EG knew how to play with it. They were taking every fight left, right, and center. There was not a kill they didn't think they could get. They end this one with some style, and they have been cruising in the LCS.
Yeah.
They did lose, that 1 game, but they've only lost 1 game in the last 3-4 weeks. This team has been monstrously good. They are a legitimate title threat here. So much fun to watch. I'm so glad to have them in the league and to see these improvements that have come out from them. It's just such an exciting team, a lot of exciting players. And on the other side, I mean, honestly, there's not much to take away from this one for Dig. It's like everything went bad. And when it goes that bad that early, the game's just over, let's be honest. I mean, you're getting proxied by 2 different players in your lane within the first 8 minutes of the game. It's like 20 CS to 80. It's like you know what went wrong, but what can you do about it, right? They just kind of had to take it. They got so far behind, but that was a fun one to watch.
Yeah, there were other moments, right? Individual moments. The Danny solo kill on Neo, for example. You can take the notes about the fact that Afro's Gragas is really clean, so hey, there's something there. But yeah, that was a one-sided game. Well done to EG. Now, after that heroic gold difference, we are stepping away. But on the other side, Dash will be talking with Impact in our Verizon post-game interview. So we'll see you back here.
Decorative towel.
There was a mess. I wiped up a mess.
Yeah, you game day is a go, there's a Bud Light there.
Welcome back to the Verizon post-game interview. I'm standing by with our player of the game, Impact, after a dominant victory here over Dignitas, putting on an absolute clinic. I want to start with your matchup, because you were playing Renekton into Volibear, technically, but you guys pulled the lane swap off quite early on. So why, do you pull Renekton away, and how did you ultimately execute the pick to get such a massive lead?
I was thinking anyway, even I'm playing against Bolivia or Irelia, I'm gonna go mid because I get prior against both in my brain. I was thinking that, but I didn't think they can follow down, and I realized, sorry GGK, because they have wall left side, so they decided I'm going to mid lane, so that's why they changed that.
Right.
But we going lane first, so we have lane prior, and I don't know, somehow I get kill in the mid, and when I TP top, I get kill top, and like, what's going on,
Right, top die, mid die, bot die, everyone died at your hands in this game. In fact, you put up a 2,800 gold lead at 10 minutes. That's an LCS record. No player in any lane has ever done that before. Did you feel that lead? Did you feel like you were that far ahead from the get-go?
Of course, I catch mid lane, I catch top lane, and I catch NM champion too, and I kill the Gwen in the jungle, and yeah, of course, I was thinking, yeah, guys, we won already, so just slowly, we're gonna win.
When you're that far ahead, though, is there any piece of you that's like worried about the throw, like worried about that moment where somebody does something wrong and it all goes back, or you felt you were so far ahead it was safe?
After Baron, when Sven's going to mid to dying to enemy, and oh shit, maybe it can be because we give pre-pump to bottom inhibitor, because we get bottom middle, right? So they get pre-pump, but we need to pressure that timing. But if we die that, we give time to that comeback.
Right.
So I was thinking we should not throw, but kind of throw there.
Yeah,
so I was thinking, oh shit, maybe I have confidence 100% win. Now I have 99%.
Okay, 99. We'll take that, though. That's pretty good. I want to talk to you a little bit about Evil Geniuses and how hot you guys are right now. It kind of went unnoticed for a bit, but you've won 10 of your last 11 games. You are undoubtedly the hottest team in the league right now. What happened in the last couple weeks that EG went from a fifth place team to now looking like you could win it all?
I mean, before we can win against anyone, our team image-wise, but we are getting better and we are improved the connect with teammate more, how we can team fight better, team position-wise, and we talk about lane communication, everything, like who going there. We are doing well now, better than before. Also, we deciding is more better than before, like object decide or fighting decide. So that's why we looks good and fun, We're gonna, if they inting, give engage, we always go engage, no matter what.
I mean, I don't know if you saw the tier list we did the other day, but it was tier lists of most exciting teams to watch, and Evil Geniuses was near the top of the list for every analyst. Every game that you guys put up is an exciting one, and now you're winning to boot. Final question I have for you is around the MVP. We began that discussion today, talking about which players in the league might deserve it. A lot of people looking at 100 Thieves. That makes sense. They're in first place right now. But everybody else is also looking at Evil Geniuses because of this run you're on. When you look at yourself and the other 4 members on the team, who would you say is the most deserving of MVP and why?
I mean, everybody play good, our team now, but if I need to give only one person,
have
right?
to give one.
I cannot be myself, right?
You can choose yourself if you think you're that deserving.
I mean, if
after this game, you might deserve it.
People will say that self first, but I will say normally I say impact, but I will say Jizuke.
Okay, Jizuke, there it is. That aligns with a couple other people in their reasoning as well. Why is it that he's so important to your guys' success?
I mean, he make her really well to like side control and looking pick play, and he couldn't like. I mean, sometimes people say flip, coin flip, but to me like throw. But anyway, he doing well. Like he have a reason to do that, so I like him, and he make aggressive core. That's why our game looks fun, and So if I need to decide one person, I gave to Jizuke.
He does feel like the engine of the team while all of you are performing phenomenally around him. Impact, congratulations on the victory today and the very hot season that you guys are having so far. Thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you.
From here, we're going over to Freak, who's actually going to be breaking down one of our very own LCS viewers' plays. Take a look.
Thank you and welcome one and all to Rate My Play, presented by Rocket and yours truly. Why me, you might ask? Well, have you been watching the LCS? I will flame you if your play sucks, but I will also give you praise if it's good. Plus, I got free stuff, all right? I'll make sure it's worth your while. Not only will you get credit, but a mouse and a keyboard thanks to Rocket. It's a win all around. Now, this week's clip comes to us from Lexer, who is playing Set. Let's check it out. On the winning team, they're doing pretty well. They start out with a pretty solid pick. On to Jin, goodbye to him, wonderful stuff. But now it's Set's turn to build some space, and he's gonna tank up the mid laner and the support as the rest of the team 4v2s. Tanks in a 0, that's cool. Blast plant not needed. More stylish too, let's be clear, waste the ultimate, going for Karma, that's a waste of a cooldown, but he's dueling, he's taking up all their spells, all their damage, the Ignite is burned, doesn't care, well-timed W as well. Now he's in a 1v3 as Kha'Zix come down after failing to steal the dragon, and then bam, flash stun sets up for a bad flash Varus, but he gets the Gale Force in, so still a good setup, haha. Gets the 1, gets the 2, Varus stole his kill, it would have been a triple. But hey, he tanked the mid laner, he tanked the support, he got a couple kills at the end, they got the fight, it's a good play overall. So thank you, Lexer, for sending in the clip, and congrats on the new peripherals. Now, if you've got a play that is far better or far worse, and really we want kind of both extremes here, make sure to keep an eye out for next week's Twitter post from @LCSOfficial, and we'll have you on broadcast if it's good or bad enough. But a fair warning, the submission needs to be from a ranked game and on the current patch so that we can record it in a high enough quality that it fits this giant screen. Now, we're headed for a break, but on the other side, the analyst desk is teeing up FlyQuest versus 100 Thieves. Stay tuned.